think over the years, we've seen the need grow based on more violence in the communities that our students are in, just more difficulties in day-to-day life. Anxieties and pressures are greater now, and so the schools are really recognizing that mental health issues are beginning to affect kids' educational issues.
When our kids come to us, they have learned that adults don't help them. They have learned that adults, they don't go and seek adults' help because adults a lot of the times tend to make some of their problems worse.
There's a great book, it's got a very long title, but it starts with iGen by Dr. Twangy out of the University of Washington, and it talked about this generation of teenagers as being the most anxious. That is based almost solely, if you look at the data, on the advent of the smartphone. That the smartphone itself created so much anxiety in young people, and it's a comparison problem. That they are constantly in comparison with other people.
And now with the development of COVID-19 and all the changes to education for kids, we have been approached by many school districts around not just the Milwaukee area, but around the state and even out of state to say, what are you guys doing and how can we get that at our school? So the need is just growing tremendously.
When I look at the little ones that we serve, I think about them taking care of me someday, so I want to make sure that they're okay at this stage, and earlier we can get them, the better. We're really trying to reach that next generation. You think about that, they're going to lead the city someday.
And we took our counseling, we took our Christian approach right on site at schools. So I think once we started to do that, the number of youth that we began to serve just exploded. We went on site at schools, we're on site at high schools, we're on site at grade schools, and we want to expand that opportunity.
And the kids, you'd be surprised how often the light bulb goes off. What do you mean people don't think like that? What do you mean wandering around and labeling myself as stupid is bad for me? There's a way to undo that. And to know that's a distortion. Just because you feel a certain way doesn't mean that's actually true. And the light bulbs kind of go off. And that's my favorite. I love when that happens.
I was one of these kids before, and I remember being 10 and 11 and seeing all these different counselors and not feeling heard. And I think I go back to that a lot, and I go back to the individuals in my life that made me feel heard and that validated what I was feeling and just how life-changing it was for me. And it makes me so passionate to do what I do, so passionate to advocate for these kids.
Hearing from parents about how working with their students is really impacting their families, and I think that's the importance of really what we do. Getting to the students is, yes, helping them in the immediate time, but we're also having that effect on many, many others around them.
This is something that will impact their lives, and to see the difference in what kids coming in and then seeing them leave, it's always bittersweet when they do go.
What I hear, what I feel, what I see are people connecting. People connecting with each other, and individuals in need of help understanding that I'm not alone. Christian Family Solutions provides that opportunity to develop those relationships, connect with someone who can empathize, who can understand what you're going through, and be there, not only to provide great treatment, understand resiliency, how to overcome those challenges, but do so with a framework in God's Word that reminds all of us that we're all connected, not just to one another, but to Him who gives us that source for change.